Welcome to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoy the show, which features immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Yes, another fraud incident. Windella Sanderson Wells. Yes, that's the lady. She out of Jamaica, a red woman. And she has been arrested by the Bronx District Attorney's Office. It is alleged that there are a couple thousand people, victims. People paid a lot of money, thousands of dollars. They went to this lady's office. They gave their hard-earned money, believing that they'll get a work permit and a social and a green card. And most of these people are what I call willing victims. Obviously, they're here, they overstay their time, they are desperate. They go to lawyers, attorneys like my office. I'm a member of the American Immigration Lawyers Association. And well-trained attorneys will tell most people coming to their office that if you came to the U.S. and you overstayed your time, the only way you could get a green card is if you are married to a U.S. citizen or a child, a U.S. citizen, 21 years or older, is petitioning for you. That's the law. All other areas of immigration, parts to legalization, depends on whether or not you're grandfathered under an old law called 245I. Whether you are a beneficiary of parole in place, and that's for people who came to this country without inspection, married to a U.S. citizen before June 17th, 2024, and instead of going to their home country to get their green cards, they could collect their green cards in the United States of America. If you're married after June 17th, we could still get you a green card if you came to the country without inspection, but you will have to go back to your home country. Not going to your home country is only for people who were married before June 17, 2024, unless Biden changes that day or our potential presidential candidate, Kamala Harris, Jamaican by heritage, changes that date and makes it available for people to have parole in place after June 17th of 2024. Does the law seem complicated? Yes, it is. So why do you think you could go to Windella Sanderson Wells and she will give you what God didn't give you? Or any legit attorney, especially attorneys that are members of the American Immigration Lawyers Association, would tell you, hey, this is the path to legalization. So you take your $10,000, your $15,000, your $5,000, you give it to this lady, thinking that you're going to get a green card. You sign forms in blank. You don't even know what the lady's putting on the forms, or if she's filling out the forms and send it out. Are you a victim or are you just plain stupid, like my grandmother would say? Whether you're from Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, She came after you. Africa, Latin America. The lady bought several properties, it is said, in different reports from all this money she made. How long is she going to go to prison for? Let's hope it is for a long time. But you ain't getting your money back. And not only that, when you do have a legit reason to get a work permit, social, and green card, immigration is going to ask you, why did you commit fraud? Yes. And a lot of people like to say, well, I didn't do anything. I didn't write anything. The lady tell me this, the lady tell me that. Well, they don't want to hear that little stupid nonsense from you. You went, you signed a form in blank, and what do you think the lady was going to put on those forms? You are responsible for every information that you put on these forms. And later on, if you do have to get a green card, you will have to probably do a fraud waiver. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Yes. Ali Louison, Grenadian, did the same thing to people. People were signing forms in blank. Eventually, he was indicted by the federal government in Virginia on 13 counts of felony fraud. Luckily for him, he died before he went to prison. Maybe somebody would have made him a little girlfriend. You know how prison is. Anyway, but he died, and he had a lot of victims, and many of these people were placed in deportation, just like Windella, Sanderson, Wells, people who are quote-unquote victims of her fraud may end up in deportation proceedings. If you get a NTA, notice to appear, you better hire a great attorney, an attorney who understands fraud issues, and an attorney who understands the various defenses that you may have for deportation, and an attorney who is obviously experienced dealing with matters where people were defrauded by some crook. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. If you're listening to this show in the Caribbean, if you're listening to this show in the U.S., talk to your family members. Call the office, schedule a consultation. It could either be in person or via the phone. Visit our website, Ask the Lawyer, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, at www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Breaking news. The Biden administration, in a humanitarian gesture, has decided to issue an executive order allowing individuals who have entered the United States illegally or without inspection to adjust their status within the country if they are the spouse of a U.S. citizen. This measure aims to prevent unwarranted delays and financial hardship. For more information on Biden's executive order, please contact the law firm of Figaro and Associates at 855-768-8845 or visit our website at askthelawyer.us to schedule a consultation. We praised President Biden for his efforts to keep families together.
Arle Lou Izon is a criminal, now deceased and indicted by the federal government for defrauding thousands of Grenadians. If you or a family member is a victim of Arle Lou Izon and are in deportation proceedings or any immigration matters pending in immigration court, please call the law firm of Figaro and Associates at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa and Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hello, my name is Mary Campbell, legal assistant at the law firm of Figueroa and Associates, and your presenter with this week's immigration news. President Biden's Keeping Families Together program has begun. On June 18, the Biden administration announced two major new policies which may help provide streamlined paths to legal status for certain long-time undocumented immigrants. The first policy will allow undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens who have been in the country to apply for parole in place, a protection against deportation, which will also allow many to access an easier path to permanent resident status. The second policy will allow individuals with DACA and undocumented immigrants who have graduated college to apply for certain employment-based and immigrant visas more easily. Individuals who are married to U.S. citizens are generally eligible to obtain permanent resident status if their spouse applies on their behalf. However, for individuals who are in the country already following an unlawful entry, the process can be more complicated. They are generally required to leave the country to get permanent resident status and risk the possibility of being barred from re-entering for years, possibly permanently. The Biden administration's action will let most people in this situation apply for green cards without ever leaving the country and facing the possibility of separation. The White House estimates that at least 500,000 undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens may qualify for this status, as well as 50,000 stepchildren of U.S. citizens. Applications are now open. Republican-led states sue to block DACA recipients from accessing affordable health insurance. A group of Republican-led states, headed by Kansas Attorney General Chris Kobach, have sued to block a new rule that allows deferred action for childhood arrival (DACA) recipients to access health insurance through the Affordable Care Act (ACA). It is yet another legal assault on dreamers, while the fate of DACA itself hangs in the balance. What Project 2025 says about immigration. What would a second Donald Trump presidency mean for immigrants? The Project 2025 Mandate for Leadership document is a comprehensive plan of attack for an ultra-conservative federal government. It has become an object of mockery among Democrats, but also a source of fear and rage over what might happen if its authors were to come to power. The immigration agenda, in particular, is a carefully considered wish list for remaking federal immigration policy to suit the dreams of the most hawkish restrictionists, with a clear plan to restrict legal immigration of all kinds, while laying the foundations for a potential campaign of mass deportation. Meanwhile, in New York, Queenswoman Windella Sanderson Wells indicted in immigration scam. Victims of Caribbean descent. $425,000 seized from home along with thousands of applications. Homeland Security Investigations New York, HSA, Special Agent in Charge Ivan J. Arvello said, as alleged, Windella Sanderson Wells posed as an attorney and targeted a growing number of Caribbean victims, whom she deceived into paying thousands of dollars for services that were never rendered as promised. The defendant is accused of joining a growing population of criminals committing what has been dubbed a dream scam. She allegedly preyed upon individuals who were seeking to legitimately undergo the immigration process and in turn exploited their pursuits of the American dream. HSI New York's Document and Benefit Fraud Task Force is unwavering in its dedication to protecting all New Yorkers, especially the most vulnerable. District Attorney Clark said, the defendant allegedly preyed upon vulnerable members of our undocumented community, men and women who were simply seeking to legally work and provide for their families. The defendant's alleged exploitation turned their American dreams into a nightmare. Brooklyn DA hits former Parks worker with hate crime charge in migrant killing. The Brooklyn District Attorney has upgraded the charges against a former City Parks worker accused of fatally shooting a homeless Venezuelan man, now alleging the killing was motivated by a hate for migrants. Elijah Mitchell, a seasonal Parks Department employee, is accused of targeting 30-year-old Arturo Cos Rodriguez Marcano on July 21, 3 days after angrily confronting migrants living in Steuben Playground and ripping tarps from where the homeless men had been sleeping so he could clean the park. This defendant allegedly came to the location where the victim was staying, armed with a gun, to settle a score, said Brooklyn District Attorney Eric Gonzalez in a statement after Mitchell's arraignment on second-degree murder as a hate crime and other charges on Wednesday. This premeditated and cold-blooded homicide is outrageous on many levels, not least because the alleged motive was hatred towards new arrivals to our city. State greenlights NYC evicting more migrant families from shelters. New York state officials have granted New York City permission to begin evicting many of the roughly 30,000 migrant parents and children living in Department of Homeless Services shelters, state officials confirmed Tuesday. Anthony Farmer, a spokesperson for the state's Office of Temporary and Disability Assistance, said the state has granted the city permission to begin issuing 60-day eviction notices to any family not receiving public assistance. OTDA didn't say how many families with children are not receiving public assistance and thus will be subject to the new rules. The majority of migrant families live in roughly 150 shelters overseen by the Department of Homeless Services that operate under OTDA regulations, sparing them until now from the 60-day limits on shelter stays that took effect in January. In other news, misclassification of foreign farm workers triggers labor agency investigation. Companies applying for temporary work visas have been misrepresenting job duties to the federal government, falsely limiting them to farm work. The U.S. Labor Department, equipped with enhanced enforcement tools from a 2023 overhaul of wage regulations, is now targeting instances of worker misclassification within the H-2, a temporary visa program for seasonal farm workers. These misclassifications could involve workers being underpaid or performing tasks that don't meet the agricultural visa requirements. Worker advocates are raising alarms about the rise in misclassification as visa use surges. They argue that such abuses not only lead to lost wages, but also create safety hazards for foreign workers and deprive American workers of job opportunities. And finally, according to Global Refuge, U.S. citizens overwhelmingly convicted for smuggling fentanyl. In 2022, U.S. citizens made up 89% of convicted fentanyl drug traffickers, 12 times greater than convictions of illegal immigrants for the same offense. Thank you.
Our weekly immigration news roundup is brought to you by the law firm of Figueroa & Associates. For a consultation on any immigration or legal matter, please call 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. For full stories and more immigration news, visit www.theimmigrantsjournal.com. That's www.theimmigrantsjournal.com.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions, we have the answers. Call us right now at 855-768-8845 or visit askthelawyer.us to schedule a consultation.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Thank you to our listenership in Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, because, hey, one big issue that has, surfaced is what we call derivative citizenship. When people are placed in deportation, what starts the proceedings is what we call a NTA, a notice to appear. On the notice to appear, there are different allegations, 5-7 of them. One of them is that you are not a U.S. citizen. And the standard practice of our law firm is we obviously want to know whether or not that person is a U.S. citizen. They may have a green card, but they also may be a citizen and they do not know. Yes. And unfortunately, people have been deported from the United States of America that are U.S. citizens. Yes. Why? Because people may represent themselves, because you don't have a right to an attorney. People may have an attorney that lacks experience, that unfortunately may be common. And what you need is a competent attorney that has done these type of hearings representing people on deportation matters. What is the relief for deportation for green card holders? It's either cancellation of removal if you're here for 7 years with a green card, cancellation of removal if you're here for 10 years without a green card, political asylum, and other defenses. However, from the time your first hearing at immigration court, you never plead and say, I am not a citizen. You need to consult with an attorney. Whether represented or not, are you a U.S. citizen? Now, in December 2001, derivative citizenship was simplified by the Child Act. What does that mean? If you are a green card holder and your parents became a U.S. citizen before your 18th birthday, you are automatically a citizen. Prior to December 21st, 2000, you had to look at different issues. One, were your parents married? Two, were one of your parents a step-parents? Three, whether or not under the bastard law, yes, a bastard is someone born out of wedlock, that's what they called it, and still do. What was the bastard law in Jamaica? What was the bastard law in TNT, Ghana, Nigeria? So it was a complicated way of determining whether or not you was a derivative citizen, and if you was a bastard, that was a negative for you, unfortunately. It is a way of, obviously, people, the U.S. government encouraging people, to be married before they have a child. So we have had calls from different islands where we have had people that have been ordered deported that are U.S. citizens. And obviously, those people would like to re-enter the United States of America. If you believe that you are a U.S. citizen and wrongly deported, we could fix that situation for you. Give us a call. Again, the number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. For For those of you who might be in the U.S. and you think you may be a derivative citizen, you should also give us a call. Because with your citizenship, you will have many different benefits that obviously green card holders do not have. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. And yes, they didn't like bastards. I was a bastard, and look how I, prospered in life. Peace to God.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figueroa & Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figueroa & Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figueroa & Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Crucially, for a firm located in the Caribbean or Africa, it would be excellent to hire a marketing firm and distributor in the U.S. to facilitate marketing its products in the U.S. market. Such businesses could effectively maneuver their ways through the competitive and complex U.S. market in case they engaged a local marketing firm to make sure that their products properly got to the intended population by the use of targeted strategies. Marketing companies at the local level are better aware of cultural idiosyncrasies, consumer behavior, and the regulatory environment than would a foreign company, and this would tangibly improve the strength of marketing campaigns. Partnering with a distributor in the USA would ensure smooth logistics and distribution network systems that would further minimize the risk of any possible delay in getting the product to the consumer. This can help businesses build a strong presence in the market and, in turn, establish brand recognition more easily. Moreover, the knowledge of local partners by firms proves to be both a time and resource saver for businesses concentrating their efforts in production and innovation. In general, U.S. marketing firm and distributor hirings would present a strategic advantage for Caribbean and African businesses, increasing market share.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions, we have the answers. Call us right now at 855-768-8845 or visit askthelawyer.us to schedule a consultation.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa & Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Michelle Obama, wife of President Barack Obama. In recent statements, she spoke about wills, trust, estate planning, generational wealth. And generational wealth is important. When grandparents work hard and accumulate wealth, how do you move that from one generation to another with little tax liability and taking into consideration Medicare, Medicaid issues on your retirement? These are very complicated issues that could only be resolved by advanced planning. Have you ever met with a wills, trust, estate planning attorney to plan your estate? Unfortunately, some of us, whether we are born in America, the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America, we are superstitious. We believe, unfortunately, that if we plan our estate, we will die tomorrow. Fortunately, that is not true. And what we have to do, you listeners out there, is talk to our parents, talk to our grandparents, teach your young kids, your family, that estate planning is a critical part of moving wealth from one generation to another. If you own a business, how do you move that business from one generation to another? If you own a law practice, Figueroa and Associates, how do I move my business from one generation to another? If you own one home, 2 properties, 3 properties, how do you move that estate from one generation to another that is fair to all the beneficiaries, to avoid unnecessary taxes, and obviously, to increase the standard of living from one generation to another? With someone knocking on your door at your home who want to purchase your home or your investment properties, is that the best advisor to you? Absolutely not. And a lot of us fall victims to predators, whether it be people who are telling us an undervalued value for our home or investment properties, or whether we are a victim of what we call deed fraud. You have to speak with an attorney, and that attorney must have a background, obviously, in wills, trust, estate planning, in obviously economics, accounting, finance, like our law firm have people with those experiences. Again, my name is Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. Thank you.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions, we've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
Estate planning is a necessity, not a luxury. Let the law firm of Figueroa and Associates help you protect your legacy, assets, and loved ones. Get estate planning consultation on wills, living trust and probate, power of attorney, health proxy, deed transfers, providing for special needs, disabled children and grandchildren, minimizing federal and state taxes. Call us right now at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Or schedule an appointment at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us.
Are you interested in investing in real property, a home, or investment property in New York or other states? Then Equity Smart Realty Inc. can work with you. From potential returns to portfolio diversification, buying international property comes with its perks, but it's also a complex process, and there are tax matters to consider. Equity Smart Realty Inc. can help you purchase real estate in New York. We have the knowledge you need to simplify the process. Ready to discuss your options? Schedule a consultation on this matter, or start a business, or a branch of your business at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us, or call 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845.
Vice President Kamala Harris stands out as the best choice for president due to her extensive experience, progressive vision, and strong leadership skills. With a background as a senator and California's Attorney General, she brings a wealth of legislative and executive experience. Harris champions key issues such as healthcare reform, climate action, and social justice, reflecting her commitment to progressive values. Her leadership style is marked by resilience, empathy, and the ability to unite diverse groups. Additionally, her historic candidacy as the first woman of color in such a high office brings a fresh perspective and inspires millions. Harris's ability to navigate complex political landscapes and advocate for comprehensive change makes her an ideal candidate for the presidency.
Hi, my name is Brian Anthony Figueroa, and you are listening to Ask the Lawyer with my father, Brian Figueroa.
Arle Lou Izon is a criminal, now deceased and indicted by the federal government for defrauding thousands of Grenadians. If you or a family member is a victim of Arle Lou Izon and are in deportation proceedings or any immigration matters pending in immigration court, please call the law firm of Figueroa and Associates at 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845.
Do you have a legal issue, question, or concern? Turn to Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us. You can also register for our paralegal program, get legal news, business consults, or other information on educational issues. Yes, Ask the Lawyer. You have questions? We've got answers. For a consultation or to refer a client, visit www.askthelawyer.us. Again, www.askthelawyer.us.
The United States is consistently ranked among the best internationally for its competitiveness. Are you planning to start a new business or branch of your business in New York? Attend our Chamber Coalition's 5-week webinar series, Small Business Sense Bootcamp. We provide education and business preparation for small business owners and startups. Learn the basics of business planning, how to finance your business, business credit, marketing, and social media strategies, small business solutions, legal, tax, accounting, banking, and insurance, and how to do business within New York City, New York State, and corporations. Register at startupsbootcamp.eventbrite.com.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night.
Sleep well, knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Welcome back. This is Ask the Lawyer International Edition. You have questions, we have the answers. Call us right now at 855-768-8845 or visit askthelawyer.us to schedule a consultation.
Good day, good day, good day. My name is Brian Figaro of the law firm Figaro and Associates. This is Ask the Lawyer. You got questions, we got answers. The number to call, the number to keep, the number to share is 855-768-8845. Again, 855-768-8845. My grandmother, Esther Figaro, black as black comes, has left, this planet a long time ago. And she used to say, boy, why are you so stupid? And she said that because sometimes you could have all the education and, she used to say, you only have book sense or common sense. Which one? Try to have both of them now. And we have people coming from the Caribbean, Africa, Latin America. Some have book sense, some have common sense, some have both. But if you hire a professional, a lawyer, a doctor, anyone that you hire in America, if you are naive, if you have no common sense and only book sense, or you have no book sense and some common sense, they're going to take you to the cleaners. And I've seen many victims from Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, Nigeria, Ghana. They hire lawyers, they hire other professionals, and when they tell me the bill that they paid for legal services, I'm like, whoa, damn. It's either I am a bad businessman being reasonable and charging a proper fee, or those other professionals are crooks. Welcome to America. So, if they brought you to the Caribbean, to America, wherever as slaves, for free labor, once you was emancipated or you fought for your freedom, they were still robbing you, white folks. What makes you think in 2024 and beyond, they will ever be fair to you? You have to be an intelligent consumer, whether it's a product or a service, and shop around. Ask for pricing. Ask, what is your process? What happens in a legal consultation up to the retainer agreement? And if you go to our website, the law firm of Figaro and Associates, Ask the Lawyer, you will see it has an explanation of what a legal consultation is. What happens between the time that you meet the attorney to the time that you sign that retainer agreement. Why do we have that on our website? Because we want you to be an informed consumer. We want you to be treated fairly because the law firm wants to be treated fairly. And fairness is a two-way street. And we treat our people as intelligent, thinking human beings that should not obviously be a victim of capitalism. So you could pay a fee that is reasonable. You do not have to pay a fee that is unreasonable, and you obviously negotiate. This godlike way that we look at non-people of color is still destroying us and our money in the community. So when we talk about generational wealth, you can't have generational wealth if you're giving away your money. And if you listen to our elected officials, President Barack Obama, his wife, Kamala Harris, people that we respect in the African American Caribbean communities, they always warn us. Please be warned. When you come and you register for consultation with the law firm, please read our PDF file on how you move from a legal consultation to a retainer agreement. Thank you.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
Love is in the air. Do you know that a prenup or an irrevocable trust can say, I love you in a way flowers and chocolates never could? Ask the lawyer. Let the law firm of Figaro and Associates show you how. Don't hesitate. Call 855-768-8845 or visit www.askthelawyer.us to schedule an appointment today.
The end of relationships. Understanding the impact and finding healing. The end of a relationship, regardless of its duration or intensity, can be a profound and transformative experience. Whether it's a decades-long marriage or a brief but passionate affair, the conclusion of a relationship often brings about significant emotional and psychological shifts. Understanding these impacts and finding ways to navigate them is crucial for emotional well-being and personal growth. It's important to remember that a breakup can also catalyze positive change and personal development. The emotional spectrum of breakups. It's important to note that the emotional aftermath of a breakup can also manifest in physical symptoms such as changes in appetite, sleep disturbances, and even a weakened immune system. These contrasting reactions underscore the complexity of human emotions and the varying degrees to which relationships affect our sense of self. 1. Relief and unburdening. For those who walk away from a long-term relationship with a feeling of relief, the breakup may signify the end of a prolonged period of dissatisfaction or conflict. This relief can stem from escaping a toxic environment, regaining personal freedom, or finding the courage to pursue individual goals that were previously stifled. In these cases, the end of the relationship can feel like a liberation rather than a loss. 2. Intense emotional trauma. Conversely, the end of a relationship, even a brief one, can trigger intense emotional trauma. The sudden absence of a person who was a significant part of one's life can lead to feelings of abandonment, insecurity, and grief. The emotional impact can be amplified if the breakup is unexpected or involves high emotional investment. The lingering effects of this trauma can manifest as prolonged sadness, anxiety, or self-esteem issues. The psychological impact on self-esteem. Breakups can significantly impact one's ego and self-esteem, irrespective of their nature. Our self-worth is often intertwined with our relationship status, and the end of a relationship can lead to feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt. 1. Self-reflection and identity crisis. Post-breakup, individuals might grapple with their identity and self-worth. The dissolution of a relationship can prompt self-reflection, where individuals question their value and attractiveness. This identity crisis can be challenging, but offers opportunities for personal growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to redefine yourself on your terms, independent of the relationship. 2. Ego and self-worth. The end of a relationship can bruise the ego, mainly if the breakup is not mutual or if it challenges one's self-perception. It's common to internalize the end of a relationship as a reflection of personal failure or inadequacy. This can lead to decreased self-esteem and difficulty in moving forward. Strategies for healing and moving forward. Navigating the end of a relationship requires intentional steps toward healing and self-reconstruction. Here are some strategies to support emotional recovery and personal growth. 1. Allow yourself to grieve. Acknowledge and honor your feelings of sadness, anger, or confusion. Grieving is a natural part of the healing process and allows you to process your emotions fully. 2. Seek support. Reach out to friends, family, or a mental health professional for support. Talking through your feelings and experiences can provide comfort and perspective. Reconnect with yourself. Use this time to rediscover your interests, passions, and goals. Painting, hiking, learning a musical instrument, or volunteering can help rebuild your sense of self and boost self-esteem. 1. Set healthy boundaries. Establishing boundaries with your ex-partner can be crucial in your healing journey. It's a way to take control of your emotional well-being and create the space you need to heal. This might involve limiting contact or creating space for emotional recovery, but the key is to prioritize your own needs and comfort. 2. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and recognize that healing takes time. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer to a friend in a similar situation. It's important to avoid self-blame and focus on nurturing your well-being. 3. Consider professional help. If feelings of trauma or low self-esteem persist, seeking therapy can be beneficial. A mental health professional can offer strategies to cope with emotional distress and rebuild self-worth. Embracing the future. While challenging, the end of a relationship can also be a catalyst for personal growth and positive change. Individuals can navigate this difficult period with resilience and hope by understanding and addressing the emotional and psychological impacts. Embracing self-care, seeking support, and focusing on personal development can transform the end of a relationship into a new beginning, paving the way for a more fulfilling and self-aware future. Diamonds are forever. Marriages are not. If you are considering a divorce or separation, consult with a compassionate and experienced team at the law firm of F.I.G. Rowe. Call 855-768-8845 or visit askthelawyer.us to book a consultation. The lawyer you hire does make a difference.
Divorce, separation, support, custody. The common factor? They keep you up at night. Sleep well knowing that you have the law firm of Figaro and Associates on your side through this difficult time. Don't divorce your money. Don't divorce your children. Divorce your spouse. Whether it's a contested or uncontested divorce, the law firm of Figaro and Associates will guide you through every step of the process. From child custody to property and debt concerns, the law firm of Figaro and Associates has the experience and expertise in handling cases involving significant assets and complicated issues. A divorce can be one of the most unpleasant experiences a person ever has to go through. Don't do it alone. Stop the sleepless nights and call the law firm of Figaro and Associates, 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845, or visit 311divorce.com. That's 311divorce.com. At the law firm of Figaro and Associates, a divorce is not the end, it's a new beginning.
This show is a production of IQ Inc. Marketing. If you would like to advertise your product or service on this show to the U.S. and Caribbean markets and through our multicultural publications in New York, please call 866-435-3286 or send an email to info@myiqinc.com.
Thank you for listening to Ask the Lawyer International Edition with attorney Brian Figueroa of the law firm Figueroa and Associates in New York. We hope you enjoyed the show, which featured immigration visitors visa, starting and doing business in New York, entertainment and business visas, religious visas, and much more. Whether you are outside the U.S. or have family in New York, the number to call, share, and keep is 855-768-8845. That's 855-768-8845. Please schedule a consultation with us at www.askthelawyer.us. That's www.askthelawyer.us. This is Ask the Lawyer, International Edition. You have questions? We've got the answers.